All right, let's dive right in. Thanksgiving's coming up, and honestly, I think it might be my favorite holiday.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Well, the food, obviously, but also it's just such a nice time to connect with family and friends and, just enjoy being together.
I feel that. No pressure, just good food and good company.
Exactly. And to help us all make the most of it, we're taking a deep dive today into Harvest of Gratitude, a complete Thanksgiving guide.
This book, seriously, it's got everything you could possibly need to know about Thanksgiving. I mean, from its history all the way to how to decorate and even tips for dealing with difficult
It's
guests.
super comprehensive. It's almost like having a personal Thanksgiving coach.
Yeah.
And we'll be sharing all the best bits with you today.
Yeah, so you can really wow your family this year.
Okay, so let's start with the history of Thanksgiving. I think a lot of people might be surprised to learn that it wasn't always the idyllic feast we picture today.
Right. I mean, the book actually dives into the complicated history of the holiday, like the relationship between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag tribe.
Yeah, and it really challenges some of those romanticized notions we often have.
Makes you think, huh?
Definitely. And the book actually mentions this really interesting fact that I had never heard before. Um, Apparently, wild turkeys were once considered for the national bird of the United States.
Wow.
Really? Yeah. Can you imagine that? Instead of the bald eagle, we'd have the Thanksgiving turkey as our national symbol.
That's wild. Okay, but speaking of turkeys, we got to talk about the food because honestly, that's what I'm most excited for.
Oh, absolutely. And Harvest of Gratitude has got us covered. It's got all those classic Thanksgiving recipes like roast turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce.
But it also has tons of unique and modern twists, like a recipe for a smoked turkey brine that is supposed to be out of this world.
Oh, and they have a bunch of delicious vegetarian and vegan options too, which is
Mhm.
amazing because I know more and more people are, choosing to eat plant-based these days.
Yeah, and no one wants to feel left out at Thanksgiving, right?
Absolutely. One recipe that really caught my eye was for a vegan mushroom Wellington. It looks absolutely incredible, and it uses flaky puff pastry and a savory mushroom filling. Even meat eaters would love this one, I bet.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds amazing. I also saw a recipe for a butternut squash lasagna that looked incredible.
Okay, now I'm officially starving.
Me too! But before we all run off to the kitchen, we've got to talk about setting the scene for Thanksgiving. The book has some really creative and budget-friendly decorating ideas that I think are really cool.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Like instead of going out and buying a ton of expensive decorations, they suggest using natural elements like pine cones and leaves, things you can find in your own backyard probably.
Yeah. Or using things you already have around the house, like mason jars filled with cranberries or colorful beans to make really pretty centerpieces.
Super cute and way more affordable than buying a bunch of fancy stuff.
Totally. And speaking of being affordable, the book also has some really clever budgeting strategies for Thanksgiving. Because let's be real, it can be an expensive holiday.
For sure. They suggest planning your menu around what's on sale at the grocery store, using coupons, and making as much as you can from scratch.
And also consider doing a potluck style Thanksgiving. That way, everyone can contribute a dish, which not only helps with the cost, but also spreads the work around a bit.
Such a good idea. Okay, so we've covered the history, the food, the decor, even the budget. But what about keeping everyone entertained? Especially if you've got a big family gathering.
Yeah, that's where the activities come in. And Harvest of Gratitude has tons of ideas for fun and engaging activities that everyone can participate in no matter their age.
Ooh, like what? I'm always looking for new ideas.
Well, one that I thought was really sweet is the gratitude tree, where everyone writes what they're thankful for on little leaf cutouts and adds them to the branches.
I love that. It's a great way to get everyone thinking about gratitude and you know what they're thankful for.
It's such a simple activity, but it can be really powerful. And the book also emphasizes the importance of gratitude rituals beyond just Thanksgiving Day.
Totally. Like the idea of keeping a thankful jar throughout the year.
Yeah, where you write down things you're grateful for each day and then share them at Thanksgiving dinner.
That's such a nice way to cultivate gratitude on a daily basis. And it makes Thanksgiving dinner even more special, I think.
It's like a year-long gratitude practice. I love it. And for anyone who might be feeling a little stressed about hosting Thanksgiving, the book has some really helpful tips for managing guests.
Oh, yeah, there's some real gems in there, like setting up a self-serve drink station so you're not constantly playing bartender.
Genius. That way you can actually enjoy the party yourself. They also recommend assigning specific tasks to guests, like bringing appetizers or desserts.
which is super helpful. It takes some of the pressure off the host and makes everyone feel like they're contributing,
Exactly. And finally, the book talks about how to carry that Thanksgiving spirit beyond the big day.
which is so important. It's
Mhm.
not just about one day, right?
Right. So they suggest things like using leftovers creatively, donating to food banks, and even planning random acts of kindness throughout the holiday season.
Love that. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today. Everything from the history of Thanksgiving to tips for hosting and even ways to keep that gratitude flowing all year long.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. And I have to say, I'm feeling extra thankful for this amazing book, Harvest of Gratitude, A Complete Thanksgiving Guide. It's given us so much to think about.
It really has. And it's got me thinking, how can we all weave gratitude more intentionally into our daily lives, not just at Thanksgiving, but all year round?
That's a great question, something for all of us to ponder as we head into this Thanksgiving season.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We hope you enjoyed it and that you feel inspired to create a truly unforgettable Thanksgiving this year.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.